Hello dear students, so now today we would be moving ahead in this chapter number 7 of class 6 science. So today we would be talking about an experiment here in which where you have a small plant here having two branches, and in one of the branch you have the leaves on it. In one of the branch you have the leaves on it, and in the another you do not have the leaves on that one branch. Now what do? You take two polythene bags and wrap these two polythene bags around these two branches. Let's say just I'm wrapping this polythene bag, one here and another here. Two polythene bags I have taken and I have wrapped those polythene bags around these two branches. Now after some time, what would happen? You will find out the small droplets of water around this one branch which is having the leaves on it, and here you would not find any such water droplets. Okay, now the question is why these water droplets are here in this one polythene bag there, where we have the leaves on it, and why we do not have the water droplets in the branch where we do not have the leaves. Okay, so why this has happened? Now let me tell you. This is due to the process of known as the transpiration. This is due to the process of transpiration. Now what is the transpiration? This transpiration is a process under which the leaves release water droplets into the atmosphere, because you have this. Let's say this is the leaf, and you have some small pores on the leaves there. So these pores are known as the stomata. So from these stomata the leaves are releasing the water droplets into the atmosphere. So these are the water droplets released by the leaves into the atmosphere. Okay, so this process is known as the transpiration. So transpiration is a process under which the leaves, or you can say the plant, are releasing the water droplets into the atmosphere. Here in this one branch you do not have any leaf there, and you do not have any leaf there, so that is why you would not find any water droplets here. But here you have some water droplets. So this is because of the process of transpiration. So transpiration is a process under which the leaves are releasing the water droplets into the atmosphere. Okay, now one thing let me tell you, this transpiration process continues while the plants are respiring. Okay, so while the plants are respiring, the plants this transpiration process continues at that time. So in the process of respiration, let me tell you, like we are respiring. So while we are respiring, what do? We just take in oxygen and we release the carbon dioxide and the water droplets into the atmosphere. Are you getting this now? While you are respiring, you are taking in oxygen gas and you are releasing the carbon dioxide and water droplets into the atmosphere. So similar process is here also. So under the process of the respiration, the plants are also taking in oxygen. Remember this. Under the process of this respiration process is different, very different from the process of photosynthesis. I would be telling it to you about later, but right now if you see, under the process of respiration the plants are taking in oxygen and they are releasing carbon dioxide, that is CO2. Oxygen is O2. Okay, so during the process of this respiration, the plants are taking in oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide along with the water droplets there. Water droplets means H2O. Okay, so this is the process of transpiration. So this process of transpiration takes place during the process of the respiration. So under this process of respiration, the plants are taking in carbon dioxide and taking in oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide and the water droplets into the atmosphere. So these are the water droplets which are released by the leaves there. Okay, are you getting this? So this is all about the process of the respiration. So under the process of respiration, plants are taking in oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide and water droplets into the atmosphere. Okay, so before this you would be writing about this all. Okay, let me write this. So this is the experiment here. uh, you have to write this all. Before this you have to make the diagram that I have made, but make it neat and clean. Don't make it the way I have made it there. Okay, yeah, make it neat and clean. Now if you see, here in this process, we just in this experiment we take a plant and wrap two polythene bags on its two branches. Okay, on its two branches. One is having the leaves on it, another not. After some time, you find small water droplets surrounding to the branch having the leaves on it. This is due to the process of transpiration. And transpiration is a process under which the plants release water droplets into the atmosphere through their leaves. That you have to know. And this transpiration process continues while the plants are respiring. Means while the respiration process continues, the transpiration process also continues that time. Okay, while the plants are respiring, they are taking oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide along with the water droplets. So the release of the water droplets is known as the transpiration. Are you getting this? So this is all about the process of the respiration as well as the transpiration. Now after this we would be reading about the difference between the respiration process and the photosynthesis, and why it is recommended not to sleep under the trees during the night. Okay, so it is recommended not to sleep during the night under the beneath a tree. Okay, so why it is recommended, that we will study after this. Okay, first you note it down. So now we would discuss this question. Question is why it is recommended not to sleep beneath a tree during night. Okay, now let me tell you one thing. See, you might have read about the process of photosynthesis. Process of photosynthesis. Okay, so under this process what happens? Plants, let's say this is the plants. Okay, so under this process, plants are taking in carbon dioxide, that is CO2, and they are releasing oxygen, that is O2. So this is the process of photosynthesis, and this involves the production of the food. Means by the help with the help of this process, ultimately the plants are making their food there. So this is only the food making process. It is not the means respiration process. Respiration process is different. It's a life process. The plants cannot thrive without like we also cannot thrive without taking in air. If you do not inhale oxygen, you would not you would not live any more. Then are you getting it or not? Yes. So photosynthesis, it's a process like food making process. So with the help of this process, plants are making their food. Okay, it is important. It is again the life process, but if you see the respiration process, it is different from the photosynthesis process. The photosynthesis process will take place only during the day. Remember this, during the day, because this can happen only in the presence of sunlight. The plants are making their food only in the presence of sunlight. They are not making their food during the night then. They are not making their food at that time. Why? Because there is no sunlight then. So photosynthesis process is taking place only in the presence of sunlight. So only this process would take place only during the day. Now this process would not take place during the night. Okay, but the respiration process, it continues 24 hours. Means it would not stop. It continues during the day as well as during the nights. So under this process, what happens? Under the process of the respiration, the plants, you have the plants. So plants are taking oxygen and they are releasing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Like we are also taking in oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, that is CO2. So plants are also respiring. Under this process, they are also taking oxygen and carbon dioxide, they are releasing. So this process, this is a continuous process. It takes place during the day as well as during the night also, but this process would take place only during the day. But let's say it is night, so this process just will not take place during the night then, but this process continues. Now what happens? Let's say during the day you are sleeping beneath a tree. So no problem is there, because the plants are releasing oxygen also. During the day, plants are releasing oxygen also. Yes, they are releasing carbon dioxide during the day also, but they are releasing oxygen also. So it is no problem to sleep beneath a tree during the day, because you are getting oxygen there. But if you are sleeping beneath a tree during the night, so what would happen? This process is stopped. This process is not taking place during the night. So plants are not releasing oxygen during the night. Rather, they continue to release this carbon dioxide. Are you getting this? So if you are sleeping beneath a tree during the night, so you would feel suffocated, because you are not getting oxygen there. Suppose there is no amount of suppose let's say you just dip into the water, okay, and you do not have any oxygen there. What would you feel? You are feeling some suffocation. Suppose you have not oxygen here, you have not oxygen, so you would feel suffocation. Yes or not? So this is the process taking place here. So if you are sleeping beneath a tree during the night, as the plants are releasing carbon dioxide during the night, they are taking oxygen, releasing carbon dioxide, and we are also releasing carbon dioxide during the night. So there will be the lesser amount of oxygen beneath a tree. If you are sleeping beneath a tree, you would feel some suffocation. So that is why it is advised, or it is recommended, not to sleep beneath a tree during night. Are you getting this? Make this, and then after I will be writing whatever I have just told you. Okay, you can make this for your short memory. So this is what you have to write there. Okay, so during the process of photosynthesis, plants take in carbon dioxide and release oxygen into the atmosphere, and this process involves the production of food. But this process takes place only during the day, when sunlight is there, when proper amount of sunlight is there. So the photosynthesis process would take place at that time. But respiration process continues during the night as well, in which plants are taking in oxygen and releasing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Okay, so hence we feel suffocated if you are sleeping beneath a tree during the night. Are you getting this? So that is all for today. Would be discuss some more lectures of this chapter in the next upcoming lectures. Till then, stay tuned and keep watching. Thank you. Have a good day.